Hi, my name is Keith, a technician with USACLEAN for 11 years, and this is a Tennant T5 auto scrubber. Now, what I did want to mention is that this machine comes in different deck sizes and squeegee sizes, so just bear that in mind when you're purchasing your equipment. Now, in this brief overview, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to maintain your equipment properly to help minimize the cost and need of sending a service tech. Whether you purchase your machine and you own it, or you're just renting it from us, it's always a good idea to give it a once-over visual inspection before each operation. Go ahead, take a look at your control panel here, go down a little bit, here's your emergency stop, make sure that's not pressed in, make sure you got your key, take a look at your hoses here, make sure they're secure and attached down over here as well. Going a little bit further down, take a look at your squeegee assembly. Make sure your squeegee blades are not worn or damaged. Now, follow me around to the front of the machine. We're going to go ahead and take a look at your deck here. Make sure that your pads or brushes, whatever you guys are using, are attached. On top here is your recovery tank. Now, a few things to check. Go ahead and lift open the recovery tank lid. Okay, right here is your recovery tank lid gasket. Go ahead and give that a visual inspection. Make sure it's not damaged or torn. Right here is your ball float. You want to go ahead and take a look at it as well. Make sure it's clean. Now, right here is your debris tray. We want to take this off. Just unscrew here. It drops down, and you can pull it out just like that. Make sure it's clean and free of the debris that you might pick up. Inside here is the recovery tank. This is where your dirty water goes. Now what you want to do is just give it a quick look and make sure there's no big chunks of debris or anything. Now after each use, what you want to do is you want to take this and rinse this out. Okay, so lifting up your recovery tank, a few things you want to check. Here's your battery compartment. Take a look at your vacuum motor plate right here. You want to make sure that that's not broken or damaged. Here's your exhaust hose. Make sure that looks good. Now coming down, take a look at your wiring as well. Make sure there's no frays or broken wires or anything. Here's a switch right here. You want to double check that real quick. Make sure that it's working and there's no burn or anything like that. Now right here are your fill covers. You take these off and they have a gasket that goes around them as well. So you want to just visually inspect those and make sure they're good. Now we'll put those back in. Now inside here is your battery compartment. These are wet-celled batteries. Now here at USACLEAN, we do offer an alternative, which is lithium. Now what that means is lithium, you're going to get a longer run time. The life expectancy of a lithium battery is greater than that of wet-celled batteries. Your charge time is going to be phenomenal. Now, with these wet-celled batteries here, you have to maintain them. With lithium, they offer little to no maintenance. Now to maintain your wet cell batteries, what you want to do is you want to make sure that everything is free and clear of corrosion. You want to check your cables and make sure they're good and tight. You also need to remove the cap, visually inspect in here, and make sure that your battery is filled with distilled water. Now we're going to take a look at the upper console assembly where all your electronics are for the operation of the machine. First off, take a look at your bail lever right here. You want to be able to pull it back for forward movement. You want to be able to push it forward for reverse movement. Now take a look at your speed control knob. You want to make sure that it can turn freely. We're going to come down here. We're going to take a look at your emergency stop. Give it a good press in, make sure it locks into place, and then turn it back out. Now take a look at your key switch. And what I want you to do is go ahead and flip on the machine. Key switch is good. What we're going to take a look at now, back up here, is your main power button. Give it a good press just to make sure that everything works. So since we're in the back of the machine, we're going to go ahead and visually inspect all three of your hoses. Go ahead and take a look at your solution drain hose. You want to make sure there's no holes or anything like that, otherwise you're going to get leaks. Take a look at your vacuum hose. Make sure that it is not damaged or broken in any way and that it's actually secured to the machine. Now look at your recovery tank drain hose. You want to go ahead and take that off. Make sure this cap can seal. Otherwise, you're not going to get any suction. After the hoses, go ahead and visually inspect your squeegee lowering mechanism or your squeegee lowering handle. You want to make sure that you can keep it up in the up position like it is right now and it stays there. You also want to make sure that you can drop it freely so that you can lower your squeegee assembly. Last but not least, since we're in the rear of the machine, we're going to take a look at your squeegee assembly. Now, what you want to look at is the squeegee blades. You want to make sure that they are free and clear of debris. You want to make sure they're not worn or damaged in any way. Go ahead and take a look at your star knobs too. Make sure they're good and they're tight. Take a look at your swivel casters as well. You want to make sure that these guys can spin freely, and you want to make sure that they are not worn down in any way. Also, you have guide wheels on each side of the squeegee assembly. You want to make sure that those can actually spin like this, and make sure they're not broken in any way. We've moved over to the front of the machine. Now right here is your deck, and a few things you want to look at on your deck are the release knobs and springs. You want to make sure that they can be pushed down and they're not seized up in any way. Go ahead and take a look at your guide roller as well. You want to make sure that spins just like that. Take a look at your skirt that goes around the deck. Make sure it's not damaged in any way. Go ahead and take one of your pad drivers off or your brush off, and you want to visually inspect it, and you want to make sure that it is good and not damaged or anything like that. Right here is your pad holder. You want to make sure that that's not broken down or worn either. And that about covers it for this machine. Once again, my name is Keith. For all the parts listed in today's video, plus diagrams and how-to repair guides, be sure to click the link in the description below or visit us on the web at USACLEAN.com. Now, if you like what you watch, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe for future videos. Stay safe and thanks for watching.